Hi, y'all. I'm Shaylen, and you are watching Celeb Secrets TV. Who is Shaylen? I'm like, Shaylen is a whole unhinged, but Shaylen is the artist, is writing the breakup blueprint to all whoever needs it most days, and full of energy, but at the same time, sad girl inside, and you hear it in my songs. And loves my dog more than anything, and is stoked to be here and at her first CRS, which is a dream come true. So, yeah. It is, like I said, breakup blueprint, and we're working with some traditional moments of that are straight, like, very traditional as far as the tracking and vocals and lyrics. Then you have a mix on some of them that is more pop on production with country elements. And then you have a hybrid of pop, country, and rock. So whatever you need for the day, I have it for you. You know, this question every time when I think about it, because earlier when I was like years ago starting to really figure out how to write, and I was determined to write a song by myself and like it be good. In that era, and at the time I was in LA for pop music, and also when I grew up, all of the influences of Brooks and Dunn, Brad Paisley, Cher, Britney Spears, that's my childhood, everything in between. My dad was like literally a jukebox. And then when I got there, it was like I dove into studying Max Martin, Mutt Lange, all of these things on the structures. And then I came back because I also flew out to South Korea and wrote God knows how much for K-pop artists. That was really such a cool experience, but learned so much on how to build a song for usually 10 people to sing it. And it's just whatever has happened in the influences, and being a massive Dave Matthews fan as well. Dave, I love you. It is now morphed into this season because now I used to reference or like go in with an idea around a song, and now I basically only listen to classical music or podcasts in my car and have no idea what's happening in the real world on the music level because I don't want to know, and walk in with something that I was not influenced at all, and take whatever years of my life and put it and whatever happens that day, and here I am, and what you hear now is a product of that. Some days I'm like, love it, and then there's some days where I'm like, what would I not say? Because then you get in your head. And that's also like, there's so many layers to it, and it just depends on the day and the room you're walking into, and how unhinged I can be or shouldn't be. You know what? I didn't even know I was trying to tell the story until starting to get a bird's eye view every time a new song was developed in my Nashville chapter. And I realized between the heartbreaks of life, the heartbreaks of however many men I've encountered that happen to be great people, but those mixed with also the good moments and the resilience, it has created, now looking at it, the breakup blueprint, that the story within it was just how I was like in real life going through one of the worst moments, and not only a relationship, but life truly was like, it was the most down I'd ever been. And I took that, and through this, not only have I figured out how to love myself again, and this version of me, and knowing exactly who she is, but those songs were just in real time from my journal pages. And it's like, you have the moment where you're like, what if you move on, like fresh out of the breakup? Then you have the chapters where it's like, I'm awesome, I am moved on. And then you have the most recent song where it's like, to tell you the truth, I'm actually not okay. And I think within the vulnerability, it's created this entire overall project and theme of just a roadmap for how everybody has usually felt at least once. And at the end of it, you get to a song that I won't say it yet, but you get to her and she's like, now we're here. She is the moment. And who knows for the next chapter of all of the breakup blueprints again. But so far, we've learned to love ourselves, and that's what I want everybody listening to feel at the end of listening to the project. So right now, we are currently working on the first single for the year, and I won't say anything yet, but she is real spicy, and she's sounding so good. I have a duet in the works that I also can't say who, but let's just say this is not my life for sure. I'm not this cool. And they're such an awesome person, and I still can't believe that I have the honor of being on the song. And basically all of this to say I can't say anything but just be excited, because I was like stoked and as the artist like, this is the best yet, and now I'm like, oh, we have arrived. So be excited, be ready to scream, cry, feel like a bad bee, and carry on with your day when you hear it. Listen, when I tell you, I was like, hold on, I just got here just like 2 years ago, and I was like, are they sure they're talking about the right Shaylen? And then it was Chris Young called, and I was like, are you sure you're calling the right person? That day, I'm not sure that happened yet. I still, months later, I'm like, I would like to go back just so I can be in my body. That was the coolest day of my life. I basically was like, if I would assume what a wedding day feels like, because of Barbie dolls, when I was younger, I dressed them up for Grammys, and I never did the wedding dress for them. And I've never thought about a wedding dress. And then sliding into my dress that night and walking on stage, I was like, I think I just married country music officially, and that, I'm going to hold on to this, because hopefully we get to marriage, but at this rate, I don't know. This year on my goals resolution, for the first time I was like, I have a broad spectrum of like tours and all this, but I actually was like more like prayers and gratitude when walking into this year, and nothing in particular as far as like, because there's no disappointments, no expectations, no excitements, like, and I kind of have liked this doing it this way so far, because I'm just letting life happen, and the moments like CRS that I found out about, I'm like, that's even cooler than what I could have put on that list. So this year we're doing like the faith, blessings, and seeing what comes, and so far it's been pretty freaking cool. Oh man, the secrets that I can share publicly that no one knows. I've touched on this one time before, because there's a song that alludes to me being in a bar fight. That's not a lie. I definitely got in a bar fight because Fireball Whiskey and I've now taken on the title of Whiskey Warrior, and we don't drink her anymore. And I've gotten in a bar fight. I don't know if that's the kind of secret that we were exposing today, but there we are.